Are we actually streaming? I think we might well be. It's Friday night, guys and girls. How the blooming devil are ya? We're here. The Grom's trying to get a little bit of a chill out. Maybe I need a little bit of CockneyBuddha's meditation vibes right about now. But breathe. Let me know in the chats. Is it good? Can you see us? Are we having fun? Are you looking forward to the show ahead? It's epic to see so many people in the chats. You can hear me loud and clear, see me loud and clear. I'm going to loiter around for a little bit before. You know how we do on a Friday night. Hope you got your coffee cups poured out. Epic. Sound looks good. Let's go. It's good. Oi, oi. Some regular faces. Epic. Coffee, brewski, whatever it is you're drinking. I hope you've got it poured. Because I'll tell you now, girls and girls, if I can keep my excitement contained, we might just possibly have the show I have been waiting for so long to bring to you tonight. So all I will say is stay tuned. As I say, get comfortable. It's Friday night, and you know there's nothing else left to say or do than roll the intro. Let's get on with it, shall we?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned in to Friday Night Live with the Grom.
Yes, it is. It's Friday night. The working week, I hope, is done for you and yours. I hope you're lined up, stoked, and ready for the week ahead. We sure are, or at least trying our best to. The madness, as always, this week has been completely and utterly real. I'm not even saying truly real anymore, because it has just absolutely been bonkers. Apart from that, I'm going to try to produce a little bit more this evening and give you a little bit extra. Let's keep your fingers crossed that I can still entertain you lovely people while trying to get all the little bits up going on in the side. Check out the drop box. What? Oh yeah, buddy. So, if you haven't already, guys and girls, I just want to blow your minds with the fact that we are on this channel creeping to 300 subs. Now, for many people, they wouldn't be too hyped about that. They sure as hell wouldn't be writing checks for the bank. But let's just say, for me and mine, 300 subs is a gnarly milestone, dude. When I first started doing the daily vlogs, I always said to everybody, if one person other than myself is watching them, that is an absolute goddamn win. So, yes, and I cannot believe it. It's been a steady little creep on that number for a very long time. But just in the last little while, it's gone a little bit bonkers. So we are absolutely loving that one. If you haven't already, and you do enjoy the show, just remember, if you are already a subscriber, the algorithm's probably going to chuck shows your way anyway. But hit the little stupid notification bell in the subscribe section for the channel, and it'll just tell you everything. Community posts, live shows, even if they're going to be like random ones, because I will tell you now, they won't be full like published and gleaming around the edges shows. But I do want to do some shows, or at least lives, on destinations. So when we go to some little crazy places or have some epic little days out, I want to fire out a few just random lives. So again, don't forget to hit the bell, because then it will tell you about all of these little stupid things pretty much as or when they're happening. So that's just a little bit of a show update for you. What a week it's been. We've had Halloween. The clocks in the UK went back last weekend, so everything's just been thrown out of sync between me and the guys in the States. And there's been a few other little bizarre things. I don't know about everybody, but if you remember the British show In-Betweeners, aired in like 2008 in the UK. Obviously there was movies made and God knows what else. But the actual actor that played Simon, which I want to say, his name is Joe Thomas, turned 40 this year. So yeah, if you weren't feeling old, Simon, out of the In-Betweeners, this year has turned 40. He turned 40, I believe, last month. So yeah, dude, happy birthday to you. But yeah, let's just say, I was shocked. I thought he was way younger than me, but obviously not. But yeah, that was a kind of a bizarre one. However, my highlight of this coming weekend is the evening where we set things off that go boom. So yeah, Guy Fawkes Night 2023 is upon us. Where's the year gone? I know I've been saying it a lot just recently, but this year just seems to have been very slow to start, and then it's just slowly like accelerated like a bullet and just disappeared almost in front of our eyes. But I hope you guys and girls have got plenty planned for this weekend ahead. Let me know in the chats what you're doing. I'm going to try my best to keep an eye on the chat room, and I say it every week. I will hope to read a little bit more of the chats out this week, and I might even go one step a little bit further, and if I can remember to and be like, you know, fully pro about it, I might even blow like the chat up on the side if I can. Does it work? No, it don't. I can see it, but you can't see it. So yeah, technical. But you guys are in the chats. You're firing it up. And as I say, I always love the little community vibe that gets going on in there. I have got it on the side of my screen so I can see it, but I just can't pop the comments up on the screen for you guys. I will, as always, try to keep a little bit of an eye on it and try to catch some of the funny ones. But I do always, after the show, go back through the comments in the live chat and just check those out. If you're watching it live, thank you very much. If you're watching it on catch up, or if you're just watching it as a replay after it went live, again, I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Regardless, you're supporting the channel, you're supporting the lives, and I hope you're having as much fun and enjoyment out of it as I am. Let's just say there is plenty more fun and enjoyment to come. We're gonna try to hit spots. If we don't hit them, we don't. Segments, news sections, interviews, and all the rest. We want to have it on the show, so just bear with me. And we're ironing a little bit of the technicals out as we go, but I just have such high hopes for what we can do in the future and the people that we can have on here, the conversations we can have, and the laughs, because I want to produce a little bit of some silly stuff for you lot, especially with the big rundown to Christmas. And I mentioned it last week that I might even contemplate doing like a New Year's Eve live with the Grom and crew if I have my way, because I'd like to get a few of us on here, all of the people that are willing to almost go live. I think in weeks to come, we'll discuss it and we'll figure it out so that we can get a group of us on here and we'll have our own little like 30-year-old Grom Friday night live, whatever, New Year's Eve special. Because I think it'd be an absolute laugh and a giggle. And hey man, I know that there's a lot of people that are probably watching this and they might have a life where they are, let's just say, not exactly social bunnies. They ain't going out and getting drunk or getting smashed up at parties. And if you want to hook up with a good vibe and a good party, why not? Let's have one here and everyone could be a part of it and just be, you know, stars to their own show. I think that'd be an epic, epic idea. So, awesome to see some familiar faces. Massive shout out to Chris Avery, CockneyBuddha, Dan Kov, Debusan. Oh yeah, dude, tattoo looks absolutely freaking awesome. Good evening to you, Bob Marsh. Great, don't recognise your name, so it's great to see new faces. Appreciate the hell out of you taking your Friday night to just drop in on a Friday night live. I hope we can produce the goods for you. And to everybody else that is just loitering around in the chats, whether you're chatting or not, appreciate having you here. So we're close to it. And after last week's running late, we're actually going to go straight to it. We're going to be ahead of the news. We're like so fired up and ready to go. I want to get on with this show. We'll get the news under the way. And I know that you're all dying to see him. I know that there's been enough flack in the past weeks in this comment section about my beautiful news time props, which I'm stoked off of, man, because you guys love them just as much as I do. I know you're dying to see them. So without any further ado, let's get ready for it. Let's go to the news, shall we? Oh yes, we are here. What's up, guys and girls? I got the glasses on. I didn't get the news, but now we've got the news and we're here. We're ready to rock and roll and bring you some news stories from the week. And I already just know, yeah, look, man, the abuse is coming already, but I love you guys, man. So yeah, these glasses though. I know you're just jealous, bro. Right, anyway, this week, You and I, will we thinking the same thing? Starfish, they don't have no heads. Well, I can tell you that I was at least wrong in thinking of it. Probably most of the world was wrong in thinking of it. And as university executives and, like scientific people, they were all wrong as well, because nobody really believed starfish had heads until Mr. Jeff Thompson from the University of Southampton has come across a new evidence, shall we say, to prove that starfish are actually all one head. So, who would have blooming thought it? I know I didn't, and I was quite shocked by this story. So, it's basically Dr. Thompson, co-author of this study, said a crucial part of a conventional bilitary body was missing. Yeah, you try saying that one. So basically, they were saying, how the hell could this thing like function without having a head? It's kind of like an important part of any autonomy, maybe. It seems the whole inchoderm body plan is roughly equivalent to the head in other groups of animals. So if you can make sense of that, you're doing better than me. This story is an absolute blinder. We all love a little bit of a crazy kook. I myself love the idea of trying to take over the world. I'm far from the evil genius that is Wile E. Coyote. This guy though, this story, this dude from Tennessee, absolute freaking legend. So, as crazy inventions go, this invention caused quite a lot of palaver this past month, I believe. I believe it happened last month. Basically, this guy's gone out of his way to create this amazing invention to stop his car getting smashed up. However, Tennessee's man makeshift rubber bumper sparks car bomb panic with massive response. Murfreesboro, Murfreesboro, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's awful. Police and fire rescue said a massive response from federal, state and local officers were over a man trying to prevent his car from being dented. So this guy's basically done a makeshift job of like gaffer tape, wires, cloths. I don't even know why he's gone to that extent. Just put it down the edge of the door, dude. But obviously he's trying to stop his entire car door from being dented by other people, which, dude, my hat goes off to him, because we've all had it, right? You have a car. Hopefully it's a car that you're like trying not to get smashed to pieces, but you only have to park once in a car park these days, and it just feels like you're going to come back and find a new dent or ding in the door somewhere, not from your own cause. And yeah, this guy went and tackled it, and sitting outside of the First Watch restaurant at 9:39 a.m. in the morning, so 3:39 p.m. in the UK on Tuesday, the car had wires connected to suction cups on the inside door handles. So basically, yeah, he's gone OTT with trying to save the car. It caused schools in the area to close down and all sorts, but I've got to give the guy props and a Friday night salute for just not, going a normal way and getting those stupid little strips that go down the doors, Fruit Loop. We've all played with traffic cones. I'm sure at some point in your maybe youth, shall we say, or of one of those evenings that you would probably not remember, but if you did remember, you'd like to forget it anyway. We've obviously been drunk or having a mere waddle home from the pub when I'm sure somebody in the group has picked up a traffic cone and been stupid with it. This next story is an epic one, because basically a bizarre moment where a man is rescued after getting wedged inside of a traffic cone. I want to say it's in Brazil. So road workers in Sao Paulo, Brazil, were removing cones from an area of roadworks on Sunday, November the 29th, when they realized one of them was heavier than others. The workers from the traffic engineering company tried to tip this waist-high cone over, and they just found this dude that was absolutely rammed in the bottom of it. Despite the initial shock, the road worker reassured the trap man, "I'll get you out, try to basically help yourself out of it." In the end, they were even considering phoning like local fire and rescue to help him. The man was apparently so tightly wedged in, every effort to pull him free failed, leading workers to ask if they should call for the fire service. I can only imagine that this guy did get out in the end, but yeah, man, there's one thing sticking a traffic cone on your head, but actually getting trapped inside a traffic cone, dude, that was one heavy night, that's all I'm saying. So, I don't like to cover gnarly stories when it comes to updating you on worldly events. There is a lot of maybe turmoil in the world, for want of a better way of putting it. However, you should know by now, if it makes the Grom news, then it's light-hearted and it's a good vibe. So, who would have thought civil war could be sparked by Celine Dion? That's all I'm saying. This is a heavy claim. So, like an entire city is a civil war, and it has been for years in New Zealand. A small city in New Zealand basically have a continuous sound off, and their preference that they have this sound off of who can play the loudest, Celine Dion. And it's caused absolute like some big headlines. I've seen this story loitering for a while, and it's pretty gnarly. So these guys are just going at it. And some local residents, let's just say, this local resident had said she loves Celine Dion. These people love Celine Dion. She likes Celine Dion, but she doesn't like hearing Celine Dion at 2 a.m. in the morning. So these boys are just going hard at it, absolutely sounding off. And yeah, basically, Celine Dion has that high pitch, that heavy hitter. If it was me and we were going to have a sound off, I wouldn't reach for like the Titanic theme tune. Do you know what I mean? My heart will go on. I'd be more like a bit of a drum and bass head myself, but high pitch frequencies, high decibels, and yeah, let's just say I've got to take my hat off to these boys, because look at that photo, guys and girls. I've also heard that they have siren competitions as well, so yeah, I'll just stick with my drum and bass, but fair play to these guys in New Zealand for absolutely going that extra mile. And yeah, Celine Dion, man, that's a bit of a heavy one. I wouldn't want to hear that in the morning. That was this week's news. So, that was this week's news, guys and girls. Did you enjoy it? Was it funny? Did I waffle on too long? I don't know. Who knows? I'm always waffling on too long. Man, if you watch the vlog, you should know that by now. How many cups of coffee you had today? How heavy has Friday been? How heavy has this week been? Are you in the same boat as me? Has this week just been a little bit testing, maybe, to say the least? I can tell you, this end of the Grom's life has been crazy, man. We've had some really good things. Obviously, I said earlier about the subs, and I'm absolutely stoked off that. There is a lot more going on in the world of the Grom Tour. There's been a lot of communication, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to get over the hill and into 2024 to really start getting the gas on this one. Obviously, I haven't mentioned it a lot. I haven't hyped it up. There is and will be always the consistent GoFundMe link in the description below. And the Grom Tour USA is definitely happening. We just got to get across this New Year's path to really start amping this one up. So again, I want to thank everybody that's actually donated to this cause. There's been a few people that have mentioned, like, you know, shouldn't you just do it off your own back? And I'm like, dude, I can tell you this, I will be doing it off my own back. But if anybody wants to donate, all it will do is make this little trip of a lifetime even more of a trip of a lifetime than initially. So like, if I could do it off my own back. But all I'm going to say, guys and girls, is I'm absolutely frothing for this one. I know that a few of you guys and girls in the comments, especially here live now, are frothing for this one. And yeah, I think stoked is an understatement. A little bit of anxiety, a little bit of panic, and a little bit of, oh my God, we're going to do this. But yeah, man, I'm just absolutely hyped, to say the least. And I will be mentioning it more in the vlog, and I'll be going a little bit more in depth in the vlogs in regards to the plan, the time, the dates, the destinations. So if you guys are in any of those locations and you do want to hook up, or you have a great idea that the Grom should do, either leave them in the comments on this video or hit me up on the vlog, or even better still, if I can get this one to pop up, because this is a banger, right? You know you love it. Hit me up on the email on the screen. So this goes for all of the segments on the show. If you have news articles, if there is somebody that you would like to shine a light on, if you want to become the official, unofficial sponsor, who knows, whatever it is, if you want to hit me up, fire it up on this email. I will ahead of time apologize that I am absolutely awful at checking this one, but I have started to get to grips with it, just because I know I've had a few people send me things for the shining light, and I've had a few people be sending me funny news articles, which is a great help. I appreciate the hell out of it, and more to the point, it takes a little bit less out of what I have to do behind the camera or in the madness of the week, just trying to line up a little bit more quality and quantity for the show. So appreciate the hell out of that, guys and girls. As I say, I'm always open to ideas on this show. There's a load of segments that I want to bring into this show. There's a little bit of chaos that I want to bring to the show. There's two things that I'm still yet to sort out, and that is, one, I would love to bring you an interview, and two, I would like to bring you something close to a live music performance on the show by a real musician, not just me sat here playing the spoons. And no, I'm sorry to say it, I don't play the spoons. I don't sing either. I barely play the guitar. I know something. But it would be awesome to get some musicians. I have a few in mind, and I am working on it in the background. However, going back to the original remark of guests and interviews, like I said at the beginning of the show, stick around. I am saying nothing more than tonight could be that night. But moving on and keeping the show flowing at a steady speed, I want to just go into one section, and it's become kind of a regular. It's probably the only section that's stuck. And as I said last week, revealed the gentleman that actually brought this beautiful idea to me to do on the Friday Night Live. Let's do it. You know what it is. Let me know in the comments below. What's the next section? Go on, fire it up. Fire it in the chat now. Let's go. What's the next section, guys and girls? How hardcore are you on this? I'm gonna give it a little like Channel 4 countdown, if you know that one, like the yeah, CockneyBuddha got it, man. So you know the score. If you were in the chats, you would have seen it. Let's go. Yes, it is, and you know it is because you've already said it. Shine a light, and this week I want to shine a light on the gentleman that actually got that in the live. And yes, this week's Shine a Light is the one and only Mr. CockneyBuddha, or as his friends know him, Steve. Or maybe even the Cockney Scoocher, but you've got to be a real friend to know that one. So, this week, I would like to introduce you to a gentleman by the name CockneyBuddha. If you are unaware of who this gentleman is, search it in YouTube, or if you want to go and find out more, after this show, I will put a link to his YouTube channel in the description below, and it will be under Shine a Light. So this gentleman is somebody I've known for, I think we were talking about it recently. I think it's probably been a year or so now. And let me just say this. What a guy. What a sort of complete... He's just a walking ball of knowledge when it comes to tools to deal with mental health issues, tools to deal with everyday life, medicines, remedies, tips and tricks to just help you as an individual get out of a bad place, maybe deal with a gnarly situation, or just be someone there to listen And I touched on a vlog this week saying about speak out. And I just wanted to come back, and this is partly the reason why I have done the shine a light on this gentleman tonight. It's okay that so many people say you need to talk about things when you're in a bad place. And I, for one, can definitely say when you're in that really bad place, the last thing you actually want to do is talk. Now, when you do decide that you're comfortable in talking, one of the things that failed me most in my area when it comes to dealing with mental health is that there's not too many people that have been in that situation dealing with people that are then actually in that situation. Now, I know for a fact, without going too deep on this one, that the legend that is Mr. CockneyBuddha has most definitely had to walk his own path, and he has learnt his skills in dealing with his own demons, but yet now he's got to a point where he's strong enough in his journey that he can help others with theirs. And that is absolutely remarkable. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this person, just in the sake that he is so always there to listen. His tips and skills, if you want them, are there on his YouTube channel, and he puts out some amazing content, usually on a Friday. There's a beautiful little video. However, just as of late, I gotta give it a shameless plug. I was honoured enough to be asked to go on and do a live on his channel, and it was remarkable. Let's just say it was pretty heavy. It was a live therapy session, really. I think he went light on me, but he definitely enabled me to be open, honest, and very vulnerable. And if you want to see kind of this gentleman's nature, go and check out his channel. Go and check out the content that he's already put out. But the content that he's now putting out currently is just going above and beyond the benchmark. It's amazing. So he started meditations, and just this evening alone, he's released a Friday meditation, like a weekly wind down. I absolutely love this idea. And if you are somebody out there and you are struggling, you want maybe don't feel comfortable enough to just speak to maybe counselors or therapists, go and check this guy's channel out, because you might be surprised at just how much you feel a connection to the things that he's saying. And you might even find a few little tips without having to talk about your own problems, to be able to deal with those without having to go and deal with complete strangers and not have that thing where you feel like you're being judged. So it's a beautiful thing. I absolutely have so much respect for this guy. So I can't recommend him enough. But most of all, I just want to say, Steve, dude, you're an absolute legend. I think there's plenty of people in this chat tonight that would second that, third that, fourth that. And keep on doing what you're doing. Don't be discouraged by the YouTube, by the game. Yeah, don't let that knock what you're doing. Because as a great philosopher once said, stay the course. So, dude, just keep on doing what you're doing. I appreciate the hell out of you being somebody that I consider as a friend, and the amount of times you've reached out to me to say, dude, if you ever need to talk, you know that I'm here. And I know that offer doesn't just go for me, that goes to the world, dude. So you're an absolute star. And this week, you're this week's shining light. So I appreciate you, and thank you very much. Guys and girls, go and check out the link in the description below, and go and help out the CockneyBuddha, go and take over the world, because I think the world would be a better place if he did take it over. So absolutely spot on, dude. Appreciate the hell out of you. Right, what have we got next? We've done Shine a Light. We've done the news. The show is just about to go nuclear. Now, I'm sure a certain gentleman wouldn't mind if I coined the phrase, we are about now, gentlemen and ladies, ready to drink some coffee and talk some shit with a man, a myth, and a legend, all in the same place at the same goddamn time. Now, as a little bit of a let me introduce you to, this guy is worthy of a shine the light. He's an absolutely awesome gentleman. I really hope that this next part plays out correctly. And all I know is he's shown me so much love over such a long time in my YouTube career, if you want to call it that. And if there was going to be anybody that I was going to have on this show first to get these interviews up and underway, there was only one person that I could bring on. And let's hope that this next bit rolls how it should. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's do our first guest on a Friday Night Live. It's none the other. It's Rick from the Corn Life Network. Have we got sound?
Hey,
Yeah, dude. So,
it works.
I think
Bro.
let's not get too hyped, right? I'm just going to cut back to the show now, wrap it up, and we'll call it a day, dude. So, dude, obviously you've already heard maybe, hopefully, what I was saying then about that you're just an absolute goddamn legend.
Dude.
You've been an inspiration to me for so long. And
Thanks, Grom.
I tell you, I wanted to, before the show, I was thinking of something witty to say. Like, you've had me on your show more times than, but I just thought, I don't want to tarnish it, you know? But I just want to say to you, dude, I appreciate the hell out of your support for the vlogs from such early days. And I've obviously told you in person many times that your shows are the absolute benchmark that I am like trying to get to, dude, in regards of these live streams. So obviously, if you're unfamiliar with the Corn Life Network, Rick, tell the guys and girls what do you do?
I am the curator of the Corn Life Network. I've been around since 2000, I want to say 18, and it was kind of a interesting story how I got started. One of the gentlemen who I used to know, and his name is James Cox. Want to look him on YouTube? Stellar guy. He used to do a thing called I Am a Creator as a part of it. And it was right around the time that everyone was getting demonetized. February 2018. That's when I got into YouTube. And I was part of this. We get these live streams. Everyone would do the sub for sub thing. And I thought that was the greatest thing in the world. It turned out to be pretty bad for me. But I learned how to live stream. So he basically, I was on his show, got hooked. And the very next day I went and ran a live stream. It was totally addicting. Totally addicted to it all. You guys know it. If you've done a live, you know it's stoked. I'm still stoked right now. The dopamine push from this is real hard. So you love it. You get used to it and you want to do more.
Yeah, dude.
Now, in the meantime, there's been a lot of stuff that's going on in my life that has been fun. I have my lovely wife, Brooke, to thank for all the things that have gone on the last 2-3 years that has been hell. I owe her an incredible amount of thanks for taking care of me, being my caregiver, and being my best friend.
That's a beautiful thing, dude.
She's my dream girl and my absolute love of my life. And I'm glad I could say this on a show that's not mine. And she's right here. She's right over there. And she's been on the live.
Dude, I was gonna say, like, I hate to cut in there, but like, you do realize, like, Brooke is the star of your show, dude.
I know. It's always like that. It's like it's always like that. She is my better half for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And
Well,
she's sitting
I
over there
wanna
looking
say,
right now,
'cause
and I
obviously-
don't know if she's tearing up. I don't know, but she might be. But she's not looking at me, which means it's probably happening. So that's probably true. Either she's mad at me. I don't know. But she's over by the sink doing dishes that I did not do today because I was not worrying about them.
Yeah, dude.
That's a new thing that's come up in life.
So
It's not
obviously, I
worrying,
want to
figure
point
it
this out for the guys and girls that might not be familiar with this. But obviously, you guys, your wedding is actually on YouTube. Like you,
Yes, sir.
You're like hardcore. So can you explain a little bit why? Why did you do that? Where did the idea come from?
I had a bunch of friends I have friends who watched that. I maybe had I don't know how many subscribers. I don't know how many, but it's been watched 250 times.
Yeah, where is it?
somehow that-
Where is it set for the viewers that haven't seen it?
It's in an alley. We got married in an alley. We met in that alley.
Okay.
We had a date. Our first date was in that alley. I drove up from Des Moines, which is about an hour away from here. And I got here early. That's something that about me that's, I don't know if it'll change or not. I'm usually early. And she's usually late. And so I got here at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was supposed to be like at 10. And I called, it was at 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning, and I came up here, and we just started chatting, and I fell in love with her, and I was living here like a week later. The story was I was living, oh yeah, for the dream.
Yeah, literally for the dream, dude.
She had a shirt on for the dream. So if you know anything about me, my first major interview was with Ben Gravy. And I don't know if I had anybody else. He was the first guest. And that's what really started me on the path toward doing like what Grom does now, actually.
Yeah, dude. Because you now, correct me if you done vlogs as well for quite some time, did you not, Rick?
I did. I have probably about 100 vlogs up.
Okay.
At least 100.
And was that daily?
I have well over at this point. I think I have well over 50,000 views on my channel.
That's incredible.
I know it's well over that. But the channel is starting to pick up again. When I do stuff, it shows up. People show up. I got a whole bunch of new friends that are supportive and awesome. That I won't talk too much because everyone will get jealous of the relationships I have. I mean, it's amazing. I just want to shout out the people in that group, and I'll do it as I go. First of all, tonight's show is sponsored by Lion's Mane mushrooms.
Nice.
Okay. See, Lion's Mane has brought my brain back from something that I had happen about a year ago.
The official, unofficial sponsor of the night.
Right. The other official sponsor is coffee, and I like Kona coffee from Hawaii. We get that.
Yeah, baby.
So, of course, Kona coffee from Hawaii is the best. So, and it's also sponsored by the city of California and Starbucks. Because I don't get my coffee from anywhere, but I get it at fucking Trader Joe's. But it's also sponsored by something else, because everyone's telling me to get some special teas and stuff. So Celestial Seasonings is all sponsored tonight. Chamomile, other stuff, but it takes attention away, right? You don't want to use any kind of drugs or anything, because that's just bad.
Those herbal remedies, dude.
Herbal remedies. Also brought to you by Hy-Vee water.
Look at you, dude. This is full spotlight.
Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's sponsored by Hy-Vee. Well, now I sponsor Hy-Vee.
There you go, dude.
And I'm doing something else tonight too that I didn't tell you about. Okay, so I brought something else on the show. It's sponsored by a ukulele player by me.
Nice.
So I'm going to play a song. I'm actually thinking about writing my own song for my intro when I do the next shows.
Okay, because this is interesting, right? I was actually going to ask you, obviously, I was saying about I wanted to get some live musicians to do things. Yeah. I want to get somebody here to actually physically do a gig. That's the extended idea, right?
That neighbor next door might get pissed.
It would just be crazy, right? But I was going to actually ask you if one night you're going out, and because obviously you play drums, dude, and pretty epic. So I was going to say at some point, I can never remember the name of the little lap drum kind of vibe. It's not a bongo.
The cajon.
Okay.
I've got two of them.
Because it's got I remember where I discovered it, again without a shameless plug, was obviously back in the day when Frank Chase was in the Gravy vlogs. He used to have one, and when they were jamming at live gigs or doing the open mics, he had one, and you've got one of those as well, I believe.
Right. I got a cajon. I've got two.
Nice.
I got one by Sela, which is a German company, and I've got one by a company of Mina, which is out of Germany.
Yeah. Okay.
Not made in China, as you'll see on all their ads on Amazon.
Yeah. Okay.
I
sort of cut in, dude. I was gonna say, so yeah, you're gonna play a bit of ukulele for us.
Ukulele, yes. I'm just working with this. I'm working with this, and I've never played live.
Okay.
So I played the drum, but I've never played anything. But I'm kind of working on a strumming pattern and stuff. I think it sounds okay. Does it sound okay, Ron?
I don't know if we're actually picking it up. No, that's crazy. So the software is somehow, way, shape, or form. Like,
No.
yeah, dude. Don't worry.
Ah.
What we're gonna do is off air. We're gonna figure out how I can get a little bit of Rick, and what we might do, dude, is we're gonna get you playing the uke, and then we'll get a clip of you playing the drums, and we'll mash them both up.
That sounds really good. You know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. That's
We
cool.
we can do that. Anything's possible.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what, guys and girls. So everybody in the comments, are you hearing the ukulele coming through the
Yeah,
feed?
yeah.
That's so gnarly, dude. The mic's not picking that up at all, my end. No. So that's really interesting, Rick.
Kit won't pick it up, huh?
It won't pick that up. The joys of modern technology. That's
Oh yeah, just completely ruined the segment.
dude, man. All I'm saying is that's digital ruined analog for me, man. Like, but never mind.
Yeah.
But
Now
this,
I'm pissed. Grom, you got to fix your software. Why don't you get something good like StreamYard? This OBS crap.
dude, I'll have a word with the engineers and see what they can do for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, not cool, dude. Next time I'll get a. I'm gonna go out and specifically buy one, and I'll buy a.
Can you get an electric uke?
Yeah, you can. They have pickups and stuff like guitars. So yeah, I'll do one of that. And I can plug it into my computer, and then I'll do that. That's what I'm thinking of doing anyway.
Well, this
this
leads
that's
to another crazy idea, dude. This is like, this is going full, and I think he is in it. This is going full Dan Cov live on Friday Night Live.
Yes,
dude. If we had a group of people in the software streaming live, we could have a jam session, dude.
I've done it.
Well, there you go.
Well, no. Seriously, there was a channel called Pusha Studios.
Okay.
And they were they were a live streaming show, and it was a popular show. But I think they got tired of it, and they were based in Canada. Now look it up, Pusha Studios, PUSA Studios. The wife's a photographer, the husband's kind of an engineer type guy. He's also a musician. So we had a music night. I played the cajon, he played the cajon, he played the guitar. A guy named Razori and Buck, he's got a channel. He's a good guy. He played and he played the left guitar.
Okay.
I don't know what else was going on, but we had a jam. It was fun. It was really weird because the lag and stuff. There's a really bad version of Smells Like Teen Spirit on there.
Nice.
But, yeah. So it was cool. It was fun. I really like to play, and it was fun to get together and play some stuff. And there's more of that on there. I don't know what he's still up on the channel. They don't do anything anymore. They're not live anymore.
Okay.
I think they got fed up with they were really successful, but they had some problems with YouTube because some of the stuff that went on their channel, and they were getting harassed by people. And
see, you've seen, and you've obviously told me of like the dark side of YouTube, dude. And I don't know if you feel comfortable going into the story that came along with. Yeah. So obviously, I was not even in the UK. We were obviously having a bit of a joke about this earlier because I was saying, if there was any incidents like you suffered in the UK, the police would just turn up and be like a bit laxical about it. Obviously, in the US, they go a little bit more hardcore. But tell the viewers like what actually happened that night, dude.
Okay, well, I was live streaming and Brooke was on the other end. She was in a town about an hour from here, hour and a half, something like that. And we all of a sudden I was on. There were people in the chat. There were 40 people, and then some people kind of like showed up that weren't normal viewers. And all of a sudden, bang, bang, bang on the door, bang, 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 police department, open up. And I'm like, what the hell? So I like cut the speed, but Brooke was still on the other end because she was on the live side of it all. She wasn't, she was like a guest. So like if someone banged on your door out here, you'd cut the feed. She'd still be there. So she's watching the police department. She's watched the police department run through our house. And the crazy thing she was on a business trip, so she was like, well, what the heck is going on?
Hold that thought, Rick. I think I've just got some audio issues with your end. After you've done the bang, 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 it got a little bit hyped, dude. So let me bring you back up.
Okay. You good?
I think we're good.
Okay, good. Well, he banged. I won't go fucking crazy or anything. But he goes, these cops run through my house, and they said, well, we got a call from, and they mellow out. They dragged me off the floor because they had knocked me down. We had this rack on our wall where we had coats. They basically had ripped it down as they all ran through the house.
See, that's
Put me down
gnarly.
on the
So,
ground.
like Tom or dude, you're gonna have to like it's T-Ohm basically. In the
Yeah.
comments has said Rick, like, did Rick get swatted? And yeah, I wasn't
Yes.
even familiar with this term until you kind of told me about this gnarly story. But
Yep.
yeah,
I
continue,
got
dude.
swatted. Full on swatted. And
So, what is that? Like, for
well,
people that
that's
might not be
where
familiar
people
with
will
this term.
actually pull your IP address off the internet and will search for you. They will know where you are. They'll find an address even because they could. I mean, it's super easy to find people, dude. It's ridiculous about that. But it had happened to another guy around here, and they had broken his windows, and he'd done all kinds of crazy stuff. He was like he, he had fish tanks in his house. He was doing a show on fish, a live stream on fish, and they broke his windows. They busted into his house, pulled guns on him. I mean, I had cops with guns, and the crazy thing about this, they went through the house and they had been called and told that I had murdered my girlfriend with
Right.
a
Okay. So
machete.
again, obviously, whoever's done this has told like the most like
Right.
gnarliest story to get the
Horrific.
worst reaction. And
I
like again, this was all happening while you were broadcasting live to YouTube.
right, and I had cut the feed
Right.
because I didn't want it going out. I didn't want that kind of negativity on my feed.
Yeah, dude. And
Other
also, the
people have
person
like
that's
gone to
done
the
it is
door with the
getting their
cops.
reward, dude.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
they come in here blaring on, going crazy, and they run around. They find out there's nothing wrong. They get me up and they say, "Well, someone did what I just told you," and they're wandering around looking through the house. Oh, clear, 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 and I'm good. So they tell me what had happened. They told me I needed to get a VPN. They told me all this stuff, and I didn't live stream for a long time. Freaked me out. My wife up. So we
Yeah,
were in
dude.
a little town, 11,500 here, and I'm not going to say where because someone will come to my house.
It's
Um,
crazy, dude.
but uh, I have a 9mm that I use just for self protection, and I don't carry it much. But it was sitting on. I cleaned it, and it was sitting on this ottoman where my stuff's that were right in front of me. And they missed the loaded 9mm with the round in the chamber sitting there, and that was the nuts part about this. And so, what did it scare me? Oh, yeah, it was crazy. So, when I live stream, I have the VPN.
Yeah.
I appear in Canada or something like that. But I try to be very careful about who I tell my first and last name to,
Yeah, dude.
because I don't announce it online anymore because it's easy to
But
find.
one good thing is that as much as, dude, I cannot even comprehend how much that would have shook both you and Brooke up. And
Yeah.
like the aftermath of that and like the anxiety and stuff.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
dude, I am so thankful that that did not deter you from live streaming, dude. Because
I did for a long time.
I
Long
know
time.
that it did, but I'm glad that you still like, you got back on the horse. Because I know that I've said it to you in the past, but I want to tell the viewers at home that seriously, the interviews that Rick and Brooke have done in the past are absolutely awesome, and I can't wait. And I know that you've come back, and you kind
Mm-hmm.
of like, obviously, again, you've obviously had quite, let's just say, a
I'll tell them what
gnarly
happened.
few years, dude.
I'll tell them what happened. And Grom,
Yeah.
I gotta shine the light on you for a moment, bro. You have been very supportive of being around and saying, dude, get on the horse, let's go. I mean, not really saying stuff like that, but you've been pushing me back so that I getting the pushback against the negativity of what I was telling myself.
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean, I've gotten to the point where I had huddled inside myself because of what was going on to me. I don't remember a lot of the last year and a half, but it was basically a drug-induced psychosis between stuff that I take. And I've just recently had an experience where all that came back, and I
Okay.
realized what it was. They misdiagnosed me with, if you could tell how heavy this must have been for my wife and for me, dementia. And then it was not just dementia, but Alzheimer's with 5 or less years to live. So you got to understand that a guy sitting here seeing that, my wife thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die. And YouTube is the last thing on my mind, to be honest with you.
Yeah, dude.
But Grom was always the guy who was around, dude. Just you could be okay. He invited me to a group of friends that have been incredible for me and very supportive. Um, it's amazing what's happened in my life. I'm not worried about anything today. Um, sober, happy, stoked. I can't wait to get in the water again. I
This is
gotta,
something
I
that
gotta,
I can't wait, dude. Like, so
yeah,
obviously, I think both you, myself, and I'd probably go as far as saying as well, like Dan Cov in the comments. I know that we're all like so stoked to get surfing, but yet it's just like it's almost like the universe doesn't want to just give it to us. We
right.
got to fight for it, dude.
Right. You gotta do it. It's very much a priority of my life to get there. And I'm not worrying about it anymore. I just gotta have it, make it happen.
Yeah,
I
dude.
gotta shout out a guy whose hat I'm wearing right now, a guy named Cam Hill. Don't search for him, he loves life too. But Chill Adventures, great hat, dude. He told me the story behind this. This is a great story. And it says it on the back. I don't know if we could say it. It says Chill Adventures. It's really small though, but it's worth it, dude. It was a cool hat. It says Great Lake Surfer. So if you're a Great Lake surfer, if you just want to support surfing in the Great Lakes, which is awesome anyway, he has a great channel, Chill Adventures. Hook up Chill Adventures and go there because Chill is cool, dude.
He's a
And
legend.
and so I'm wearing this hat tonight. It just said push lake surfing and what that's gonna be because that's probably where I'll get out first.
Yeah, dude. And obviously, there's a monumental story between Chill Adventures and yourself because I know that he's
Yeah.
put a video out, um,
Yep.
obviously saying that this guy is going to donate a surfboard to you, dude.
Yeah.
And I can't
Stoked.
believe that.
Can't believe it. There are other people who wouldn't do that,
Well, yeah, like, and
who I
this is the
love, but they
crazy
wouldn't do
thing,
that.
man. Like, I know there's like big time surfers on YouTube, dude. And
Yep.
I'm sure there's been one or two that have done giveaways and maybe even
Yep.
like give people boards. And I've seen it. Um, but obviously for Chill Adventures, just to be like, Rick, we're going to get you a board. I'm going to sort you out with one of mine.
Dude is
Um,
heavy.
dude, I was like, what?
I don't
And
even
yeah,
I don't even know what to say. I'm so humble, dude, because I mean Chill's a great guy. I mean he really he doesn't give himself enough credit. Not only is he like progressing and surfing very much because of the life choices he's made. I mean he does when we talk about today we were just saying I'm not gonna worry about stuff anymore. And I don't know what's coming ahead, but I'm not gonna worry about it.
yeah.
I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna play my ukulele and be happy. Because
So,
that's what I got right now.
yeah, baby.
You know, and it's amazing because I mean what's good for me it might not be good for somebody else, right? And
Yep.
I found I've had a career. One of my major things that I've done, and there's a YouTube stuff for it, and I've done it, but I don't know if it'll ever happen. But I've done a thing called Food Frantic that's also on YouTube, and
Okay.
on Food Frantic TV on you can see my food that I've done, and my wife has done. We've done together. She's very much into it. She's a baker and she makes incredible pies. I was involved. I was a chef in my early career, and that's going to flow into what I do kind of next on my channel.
Well, I know another man, myth, legend himself, the one and only Uncle Billy is in the live chats. So,
Yes, he is, dude.
dude, I absolutely appreciate the hell out of you, Billy, because I know you got a crazy schedule at the minute. So for you to be here and on the lives, um,
But on, Billy's here. Woo,
Billy's an
Billy.
absolute legend. And
Don't
one
get
of the
hit, dude.
comments is Callie calls you Rick.
He does.
So,
California does it.
dude,
Sponsored by the state of California, folks.
dude,
Whoa! I just
what
screenshot
happened?
this.
What
I don't
happened,
know,
bro?
dude. I don't know. I didn't do anything.
I reckon we were just too stoked. That's what happens, man. If only
Dude,
Billy
we
had been
blew it.
on Australia, that would have made perfect sense.
Well, how about this? How about if I just do? Can we move forward with this, bro?
Let's go for it, dude.
Okay. How about that? Is that better?
It'll work. We're here.
Okay.
We're live.
All right. All right. I just had to pull that out. So I don't know why that happened. That's weird.
That's crazy. But hey, man, if it was two professional, people wouldn't love it as much as they do. This
I
is
know.
what I'm getting back in the feedback, which is just gnarly. Because everybody's like, hey, man, don't worry about it not being like,
Nah, don't worry about it.
polished.
Like,
But one thing that I wanted to say, and I'm going to try to do this because this is absolute, like, we've got a legend here, guys and girls. So if you're here as the live show and you want to ask Rick a question, or if there's something that you want to hear about Rick, or maybe, I don't know, get in the live chats, fire something in, and we can ask the legend while he's here, man.
Yeah,
And I'll try to
I
keep
do
my
want
eye
to talk
on.
about I do want to talk about the next generation of my channel.
Okay.
I've got a big guest coming up, and I'm not going to really announce it. People know about it. Some people know about it. Grom knows about it. But we're going back to the start. I'm going to start it again. Yeah, he's going to be a big guest. He's a big dude out there in the world.
Because you've already done some big dudes, dude.
Yeah.
But like kind of done them before they were big. And
Right.
so what are the some can you maybe, is there going to be a Hob interview? Who, like, you know, what
Hob has
is
agreed to an interview, and I'm sure he'd do it. And
okay.
but I want to get Hob on the show for sure.
Well, I
For
don't
sure,
know
Hob's
if the
coming on.
amazing Hob watches the Friday Night Lives. I really
I hope
hope that he
so.
does, dude.
I hope so. I hope so, because he's gonna get a message from me pretty soon.
Okay.
But yeah, and he's epic, dude. Hob is like doing his own thing, and he's epic, dude. I love Hob. I met Hob in Nebraska, in Omaha, when I went to when I finally met the Ben Gravy guy.
Okay.
And we went and surfed a wave pool over there. It was fun. I
That
bodyboarded
was
this
that
little,
for his documentary?
yes, for the Dream, which I also
See,
appeared in.
check you out, man. Going on the big screen.
Yeah, sick, right?
Dude, when I
I don't
see you
believe it
in that,
still.
I was
Talking about
like,
it, I don't even think about it.
I was just stoked because I was like, I've been on that guy's live.
But anyway, Hob. I had Tucker and Sammy. Well, I had Andrew, and I used to do Andrew from Pusher Studios, and I did a morning show a couple of times. But they were busy trying to build up their own following and their own stuff. So it was kind of like we were gonna do something, but it's like you can't. You boys, her wife was like, you boys can't do this by yourself. And Xenia is a great girl. I kind of miss them. They're good people. Who else have I had on there? I have had Tucker, and I've had Tucker and Sammy, and well, Ben appeared on that too. He stuck his
Because
head in.
didn't is it Cammy?
Yeah.
Like
If she
Ben's
sat down with us and
mum?
talked about it.
Yeah.
Ben and Tucker and Hobbs' mom appeared on that show. So that was a big one. I had forgotten about that. I kind of forgot about that. I've had Jordan Verdi. Before they were married. We talked about that, where she was claiming that her dream was Louis Vuitton, which is awesome, bro. Because you look at her now, dude, she's walking around with a Louis
Obviously,
bags.
like we're fully name dropping here, but I'd say let's just roll with it.
I don't want to, but it's like who else was on my show?
Dude, when I had the privilege of meeting those two in London last year, man.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I seriously, it was so monumental, and I was only telling someone recently about just how little I videoed of that day. And even the big dog himself was like, dude, why aren't you vlogging? And I was like, I'm just being aware of the moment and just absorbing this time. And I over the 2 days, the one day in London and the one day at the Wave, I spent quite a lot of time around Jordan, and she is absolutely legendary, dude.
She's epic.
And I know she got a lot of flack in the early days, and when I met her, she was more than I'd even expected. On just such a star. And the other thing was just so welcoming.
She runs that show. She's like Brooke to me. She's
dude.
the home front for Ben Gravy, dude.
Dude.
If you look at his pages when he's selling his t-shirt, like I would recommend go Ben Gravy shopbengravy.com to check out his 7 Seas merch.
Yeah, baby.
I got some. Dahatsu Dave is gonna get some. I got to order that this weekend. You can't get it in the UK, which kind of sucks. But if you can hook up with a friend, you can order it and have them shipped to you. That's what I'm doing for Dave.
Dude, you're an absolute legend for that. Like, I reckon you need to get onto the Grave stuff and be like, dude, I'm your international distributor.
Yeah.
I don't know. Live streamer, ukulele, drummer, like international distributor. Where do the talents
Distributor
end,
what?
Rick?
What was that? What's next? More interviews. But I really have a passion for food that I'm not really exploring right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have chefs on my show. whether
Okay.
they're operating right now, whether they're retired or whatever they're doing. And there's this dude, Steve Parker, who's out there. He's an awesome chef. He's worked for Disney and he's from the UK. And he's gone vegetarian. He's doing a lot. I think he's all plant based now. I want to have him on the show and talk about plant based food because Steve's an amazing chef. I mean, he worked at the House of Commons in the UK. I mean, really big places. There's a few other people. The chef I worked with very first at a place called Hotel Fort Des Moines was a guy named Steve Feig. I want to have Steve on. He doesn't know it yet. I haven't said anything to him. There's just big names in the food world that I want to. There's a guy that I applied to the place, but I didn't actually work for him at the time. But I worked on his menu. His name is a guy named Steve Phillip, but he's a certified master chef of the American Federation. So I'm shooting for people that are bigger in the food world.
Fair play.
I have a dream. I have a dream.
Check this out, right? I've actually been like more than Grom, and I've just caught out the corner of my eye that there has actually been a question coming, and it's from Uncle Billy, and it says, Rick, out of all of the podcasts and the people that you've spoke to, who would be the one that you are most interested in and learn from?
Oh, Grom.
Dude.
Yeah. I know you better than any of the other ones, dude. I know you better than any other people I've talked to. Ben was a big interview, and I've met him in person. But, dude, I talk to you every day.
Yeah, dude.
So I know you. I get you. I've seen your vacations. I watch your vlog. I watch your vlog more than I watch Ben's now. I really like Ben's old
That's a heavy
videos.
claim, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's awesome. I'm stoked to be on your show more than any of them. And it's good. But the Steve Parker interview will be big because I know he's just an amazing chef. When he talks about it, he's got passion for food, and he's in kind of the same boat that I am. We're just in a different place in our lives and with different situations that don't allow us to do that anymore. But Steve, dude, he'd have been huge in this world, and he was. And I don't know if he knows that or not, but he's been a big inspiration for me. I talk to Steve all the time. I talk to Uncle Billy all the time. I talk to Cam all the time. I talk to all these people, and I'm afraid I'm going to forget somebody. Dan Cause, a legend. Who else am I forgetting?
Joe.
Oh,
Scramble Joe, or as we like
Scramble
to call him,
Joe.
Scrambly Joe. Because
Scrambly
obviously,
Joe, who sent out stuff from his company a little while ago, and I'm not wearing his gear, which I should have done. It's a clothing company.
Yeah, and I tell you, I don't know, like there's some merchandise coming. If that baseball cap, Joe, I'm sure I've seen you in the chat. If that baseball cap drops, dude, that looks so good.
I gotta put my address in there.
Yeah, we need to. Seriously though, and I don't want to kind of leave the people that are not in the group out. But I always say it, and that is obviously we've shown the light on Steve CockneyBuddha. We've shown the light on Scramble Joe, Chill Adventures, Corn Life. So we might as well go the full hog and just be like Van Life Wonder, dude.
Oh,
Van Life Wonder, absolute legend.
What about Maria?
Maria. I don't know. So bless
and her dog
her.
Luigi.
She's been. Oh man. So she's been ill. And dude, we're sending you a message and lots of positive vibes and love. Maria, I hope you're well soon. But yeah, dude, there are some, and I tell you one thing, and I think we've discussed this quite a lot in the past, and I know Dan Kov will comment on this, and that is that group of people, those individuals, and you're included in this, Rick. You guys have just so much almost untapped talent, and you guys together, like I think me and Dan were joking it about the other day, like if we could morph together like some Power Ranger thing, dude, the world is not ready for it. But
No.
I just know as that whole team goes, there is just amazing things that are going to come from that. Yep. Obviously,
agreed.
Steve's latest video looks like a dream. I didn't get a chance to check it out yet because obviously I was getting ready for the live.
That thumbnail is right on point. Dude. It looks professional. Steve is professional. What does he do, dude? I mean, that's like his thing.
Fully pro now. Fully pro, dude.
And just think if we were like all joined together and like do a joint channel network. You and I have talked about this, right?
Yeah, dude.
What would happen if we all joined in like
We'd
did
shut the internet down, dude.
I know.
It just couldn't handle us. You know, the thing is the minute I broke those out, dude, it just be game over, boys. Like, absolute game over.
There's a Depeche Mode that comes Depeche Mode song that comes to there's a fly on the windscreen. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Dude, so we've given props to so many people. I wanted to introduce you, and I just, there's not enough that I can say about you, Rick, but I want to tap more into this. Does the future hold some more coffee talks? Because, dude, I was just living for those, man.
You like coffee talks, huh?
I love
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
were, you were doing like the morning talks live.
Yep. Yep. It does. We're setting the kitchen back up. We had turned it in kind of a production area, where we could actually work and make pies and stuff like that. Because my God, dude, my wife has incredible pie recipes. And
This is always painful because I'm sat this side of the pond, dude, watching you guys cook this stuff up, and I'm just sat there like, can you send me some?
Well, the food thing is definitely going to happen, but if you look at YouTube, you've got to niche down stuff,
Yeah, dude.
and I'd love to do it all. And the passion is there for that, so I've got to try to find a way to do that and not like bleed the channel of all of its like because there's so much on there. It is a network at the moment, and it's got to come back down into a niche channel, or I'm not going to be able to get the viewers that I want. Which is, I'm not worried about it, but at the same time, I am because I want to be successful on YouTube.
Yeah,
So
dude.
niching down will probably be the thing because I'll have the variety of it'll be an interview. I'll definitely do interviews, but I'm not going to burn myself out on the coffee talk every day. That was hard to do. I
Dude,
mean, you get up
it's
every day.
so gnarly, dude. And to
Dude,
do what I've
every
done
day
now
live.
with the lives, and then appreciate what that was going to be like for you, your end. Like, I'm just, when you were dropping those, it was great because I think, and if Davu Sands in the lives, he'll probably remind me that I think those coffee talks would drop in at like a reasonably good time for us guys when we're over here for work. So it was just epic because we're kind of sat at work. He'd get a notification. I'd get a notification. Before you know it, we're just like tuned into the coffee talks and just like living for it, dude.
No idea. That's humbling too. But yeah, I was getting up. They were at 9 a.m. So I was getting up. My wife would go to work at 8, and I could literally wake up, shower, and slam a live together in 5 minutes.
Dude.
So if we get that table set up, and now I've got the intuition to do it again, I could do a daily show.
Well, dude,
could.
I love it, and I can not get enough of them. But dude, don't burn yourself, man. Like,
no, it's hard. It's easy to get burned out on YouTube.
Yeah, baby. Tell me about it.
It's. I mean, I could love to sit here on conversations, and if I had a co-host in the morning, it would be much more fun. Yeah, so I'm like out there thinking, I don't know, but
let's say no more, Mr. Rick, because I just know whatever is going to happen on your channel, it's always monumental, dude. So I'm absolutely without getting too like bromancy, dude, and like too emotional. I just want to say it is so lovely to just have you back to yourself, and I can't wait to see the things that you and Brooke bring to YouTube, because I've said it to you off camera, but I say it to you on camera, dude. Like, there's something that's been missing a lot, and I've discussed it in the vlog. I just feel like YouTube has lost a vibe.
Dude, it's like crazy right now.
It is, and like, you know, I love it more than ever. I love doing these lives. This is the next level for me. Doing the daily vlog, that is never gonna, like, I'll just keep doing that until I can't do it anymore.
You set that record, bro.
I just love it. But there's like this certain, as a viewer, I just stay in the groove. But when you guys are putting shows out, whether they're baking, whether they're coffee talks, whatever it is, when you do your interviews, the level of research and kind of time that you've put into it is remarkable. And there's just this realism about it, and such a great like family vibe, which I don't know, maybe it's just me, and maybe I don't check out enough like new stuff on YouTube, but there's just something that's like, I want to say wholesome. It's just wholesome what you and Brooke do, whether it's whatever it is, interviews, cooking. There's just something that you two bring to it. So I would highly recommend anyone that's here tonight watching, or if you're watching this back in the lives, in the replays, go and check this gentleman out. Go and check out like through his back catalogue, because I can almost guarantee you that there'll be something there that you switch on to. And I'm sure within a very short time, you'll become as a bigger fan of Rick as I am.
Well, thank you.
Dude, you're an absolute
like
star.
huge, dude. I'm like.
I was gonna say, I can't believe that we've done it, dude. The one thing like that I was so stoking, and I've got you on here, dude. And I'm like, I could happily like just keep going live for the next 3 hours, but I know the viewers at home are gonna want to get on with their Fridays. So
absolutely,
dude. What I'm gonna let you wrap this bit up for me. So what would you like to say?
Well, I just want to thank Grom for having me on. Number one, because that it's like been totally humbling just to hear this, because I didn't know anyone was watching, dude, when I was doing those daily things. I'm blown away actually, because that didn't seem like I just kind of gave up on that,
dude. It was
and now I've got the bug again. I've got this dopamine push, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I got a light out because it's been sitting in the corner of my room. See the light?
Dude.
That light's been sitting in the corner of my room for the last, like, I don't know, 2 years. Yeah, I definitely will be doing more. It's really definitely, Grom, you've done your job well, and got me back into this, which is awesome. And you'll see more from me for sure, because I had no idea about all this.
Dude, we love you, and I'm sure.
Well, thank you.
I really hope that a few people watching tonight come your way and just show you some love, because, dude, it's always a pleasure, man.
Thank you. I am hoping on 1,000 subscribers by middle of next year.
Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can get you there.
That'd be awesome. I want to thank Grom for having me on. I want to thank everyone that I associate with on a daily basis for pushing, for helping me. CockneyBuddha is a very, very good inspirational thing in my life. We'll be seeing more from him. And I'm just gonna put this out there. Cam's usually working. I don't know what the winter's like. He cuts grass at a golf course. If you could see the perfection in his job, dude, that's amazing. But I'd love to have him on, at least for the winter months, on a coffee talk. So we're gonna have to talk about this, because Cam's hilarious, dude. And he needs to know how much he's appreciated as well.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, if we could do that, that'd be awesome. I'd love to have Cam on, a lot. So I really appreciate him, and I Chill Adventures, Great Lake Surfer. So we'll work this out. I think if he's interested, hit me up in the channel, bro. So
yeah, dude.
Anyway, I'm gonna cut this off because I know that we're now way beyond what Grom wants to do with the show.
It's been a beautiful thing, though, Rick. Dude, always a pleasure. Say hello to the lovely Brooke and give her a hug for me.
She's right there.
And it's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you, dude.
Thank you. Take it easy, dude.
Yep.
So, guys and girls, that was it. That was the wonderful Rick, and a sighting from Brooke there at the end. I cannot stress to you guys to go and check out his channel. Go and show him some love. Blow up his comments on all of his videos. Check out, hit his notification bell just to be down with all of the streams and the stuff that is coming, because I can't say anything, but I just know his channel is just going to come back. As you can see by this, he's just stoked to get back on the lives. So On that note, it's been a pleasure. Thanks to everybody that's tuned in tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for supporting the lives. It's only just starting. So have an awesome evening. Have an amazing weekend. I'll see you same time, same place next Friday for another Friday Night Live with the Grom. Until then, stay safe, stay focused, stay positive. Have a blinder.